Okay guys, so today I'm going to show you how to set up your ROBOTC for VEX Robotics. So I have my icon on my desktop. You guys probably are going to have to go to the start menu and type in ROBOTC for VEX. I think it's ROBOTC for VEX 4.x. So we click on that. Now once this loads, this screen will pop up. That's okay, just let it run its course and then it'll go away. So first step I want you guys to do is go to Robot, so Robot up at the top, Platform Type, and make sure it is clicked on VEX 2.0 Cortex and Natural Language. There should be a check mark and a dot next to those. Make sure that happens. After that, I want you to go to File, Open Sample Program. You scroll down to your PLTW file. You guys all have it on your computer. PLTW, open. And I want my PLTW template open. So once this opens, I'm immediately going to save it because you don't want to save over this PLTW template because then you're going to have to erase everything every time you open it up. So File, Save As. I want this to be Test Bed Program. You can say Program 1, whichever one you want. I'm going to save it to my stuff. I'm going to save. And I already had one, so I want to replace it. Okay. So we have that started. Now I'm going to check again, platform type, it's still a natural language. My view window menu level should be super user, menu level super user. So the first thing I want to do right now is fill this in. So project title, my first program. Team members, Ms. Schaff, and team, whoever you're working with. Date is the 24th of February 2015. Section is block 4. Task description. Write a code that allows the test bed motor to run, to start, run, and stop. Leave that all. That should be in green. That's good. Next thing I want to do is go to my motor and sensor setup. Now, there's a bunch of different tabs. The ones that we are going to use is Motor, VEX 2.0 Analog, and VEX Cortex Digital. Those are the 3 tabs we're going to use. So motors. First thing, always the motor is a VEX 393 motor. Always, always, always. So we click on that, and I'm going to call it Motor 1. Now, a weird thing, you cannot name it motor. It won't let you do that. So it has to be either M1 or Motor 1, whatever you want to do. My analog sensors, we're using a potentiometer and line follower. So my first one is potentiometer. That we're going to call that potent 1. And my line follower is line 1. Now, do you see how I have these in port 1 and port 2, and then my motor was port 1? That's going to be important when we start hooking it up, so just pay attention. So I have those in, potentiometer, line follower. Those are the exact names. Then for my digital, it's always going to be touch, always. So I want my button 1, and this for the limit switch, it's touch as well, and this is limit 1. And you guys can name it whatever you want. Just remember, writing code, you want it to be as simple names as possible because it can get confusing. So I have my motor in there, I have my 2 analog sensors, and I have my 2 digital sensors. I hit OK, and it shows you up here, it shows you what they are. So for port 1, your motor is in port 1. For digital 1 and 2, my button and limit, and for analog 1 and 2, potentiometer and line follower. So over here, I am going to expand this. Natural language, I want to expand movement, so let me do it again for you. So I go over here, I go to natural language, movement, wait, and until. Those are the ones that I want to use right now. So what I can do, I want to start programming. The first thing, I want to make sure my motor is stopped because I don't want to plug it in and have my motor running. So stop motor. I drag it over here. All I did was click on it and drag. So it says stop motor. This, in the parentheses, this is what we need to change. Our motor port, what did we call our motor? Motor 1. So motor 1 is in motor port, right there. So I named it motor 1, I put it there. So stop motor. Let's wait time over here. We'll do maybe 0.5 seconds, half of a second. So for wait time, 0.5 seconds. Now I want to start my motor. So up here under movement, start motor. Now it has our motor port. So again, what did we highlight that? Erase. We say motor 1. That's what we called it. Now speed ranges from negative 127 to positive 127. So right now I'm just going to do about half, so 63 miles. That's what our speed is. Now I want it to run, so wait for, let's do 3 seconds. That's saying it's running for 3 seconds. Then I want to stop my motor. And our motor port, once again, is motor 1. Now, I want it to start only when I press the button. So after this wait, before stop motor, I'm going to go until touch. So this is saying until I touch, and we're going to put button 1, so it stops motor, it waits for 0.5 seconds. Then until I touch that button, it's going to start the motor. Then it's going to wait for 3 seconds and stop for 3 seconds. Now, technically, we don't have to put that wait in, so we can take that out. It's kind of unnecessary because it's waiting until you touch it anyways. So let's take that out. So we have stop motor, and then until touch, start motor, wait for 3 seconds, stop motor again. So that is our program. Now, after this, well, first of all, let's do the pseudocode. Pseudocode is basically the human language. So I want dash dash, that makes it, so that tells the computer you don't have to read it. So motor stops. In regular language, that's what it means. So we want dash dash again until I touch the button. Dash dash, start motor. So start motor at 63. Then here we wait. So dash dash, wait 3 seconds. And here is stop motor. Now, see how there are semicolons after every one of these? Let's just experiment. I'm going to take this semicolon out. And so after you write your program, you always want to go to compile program. Let's check right here. You see that yellow X? That means something's wrong here. So either something's wrong in the line above it, the line below it, or in this one. But right now, I know that I am missing my semicolon. So if I put that back in there, I compile program, and it gives me no X's. So this is what your first program should look like. As well, you see this bar and this bar? Your program has to be in those 2 bars. So let's take this bar out. There's some big problems. They say there's 2 X's because there isn't a closed bracket. So we need to make our closed bracket, compile program, and there we go.